I know there's a lot of people out here, they don't like to talk about dying, they don't like to talk about death. And I remember when I was like, I think I was 20 or something, I was having a conversation with somebody about death, about dying. And that person started to feel uncomfortable, and the conversation, it ended up being briefly, but it was very interesting. And I understand how a conversation like that can make you feel uncomfortable, because I remember when I was a teenager, I didn't even want to hear the word death. I didn't want to think about dying. I didn't want to think about none of that. But now I understand that we all have to go one day. Every single person on this earth have to go through that phase. We can't run from it. We can't hide from it. All of us have to go one day. I recently had a loved one. They passed away. Well, he passed away. And that was just a shocker. That was a surprise to everyone in the family. And it made me think about this question even more. Like, if we all knew the date, the time, and the place when we would die, what would we be doing right now in our life? When I think about that question, the first thought that I will have is I would try to improve myself even more. Or I would be going 100% on improving myself. Right now I feel like I'm at 70%. Because I know that I have habits to break. I know that I have beliefs to change. I know that I have like patterns that I need to change. And every single day I'm doing it, I'm working on it. Every single day I am trying. So trying is still enough, but it's not good enough. So if you knew the time and the place that you would go and the date, what would you be doing right now? And I'm sure that you wouldn't be putting off things and waiting until tomorrow. Because when you really think about it, tomorrow it doesn't come, it doesn't happen. Because yesterday we would say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. Now we're saying tomorrow, which is the next day. So tomorrow it never really comes. And the way we would put things off, on like checking on somebody, we would think, yeah, I have time, I'll call them next day or something, or I'll call them later. The way we would put projects off, or because the deadline is like a month away, so we would be like, yeah, I'll start tomorrow. The way we would it's just the way we would do things. Like if we have the world of time, like we have a lot of time in the world, but in reality we really don't. So this is why you should think about that question. If I knew the time, the place, the date on when I would leave this earth, what would I be doing right now? And I'm sure most of you will be going 100% on changing your life. I'm sure you will be making that decision mentally and then doing it physically. So instead of thinking that you have time because you really don't have time, try to do things today. Like actually try to do things today. And when you wake up the next day, if you fail today and you wake up the next day, you have another chance to try again. But all that matters is that you try. So that if you do make it to like 87, 89 or 95 and you are laying in bed and you are thinking back on your life, you have no type of regrets because you tried. You tried your best to do the things that you wanted to achieve. And I think that trying is better than doing nothing at all. So the question again, if you knew the date, the time, the place that you would go, what would you be doing right now?